Hi, you guys. Happy first day of remote learning, week 2. I just want to take a couple minutes of your time on Monday because this is I'm not going to do this next week because after I describe this, then everything's going to be the same from this point forward for the next 4 weeks. So I just wanted to take a minute and describe your week. And I changed a couple things, and we're going to talk a little bit about grading today too, because there's been a lot of questions about grading. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. It looks very similar to last week. So you have your daily tasks. I haven't obviously linked this video yet, but I will when I'm done. But day 1 is going to be where you evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. So now you're going to look at unit 2 and the overview, and you're going to use whatever system you've decided to use for your own personal reviewing strategy. And I want you to identify any questions or concepts that you want to go over for that Wednesday Zoom review. And then finally, in order to help me put something together for that Zoom review, I need you to take the Google form for Unit 2. So it's going to look exactly like it did for last week. So I'm not going to do another video on how to fill it out. Remember that the learning targets are identified, but you're looking at the essential learning to make sure that you have that learning down in order to demonstrate that you feel confident about the actual learning target itself. Tuesday this time is always going to be grand review, which is good because if you have questions over the grand review, you can bring that to the Zoom meeting as well. There's already been some questions about whether or not I'm going to post the grand review answers. I am not. The grand review is when I use it during the school year, it's a framework for discussion. So if you want me to review your work, or if you have specific questions that you're concerned about, just bring them to the Zoom meeting, or you can always take a picture of your review and just send them to me via email, and I will take a look at them. Wednesday is your application day. So for this week, I have 2 short videos that I want you to watch for a total of like 7 minutes, I think. And they're both on China and they're both on migration. But when you're completing your 4-level analysis for Wednesday, I want you to start thinking about how these units connect to one another in order to tell a more complete picture. So it might be a good idea if you are or haven't done so already, you might want to watch the skills video, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute, because there might be some helpful hints on that video when you're filling out your 4-level analysis. And then, of course, on Thursday, your very first FRQ practice. Now, one thing that I didn't talk about because I kind of hadn't figured it out when I made your first video was the assessment categories. So you're going to be assessed 3 different ways. Every Friday or Thursday, you're going to get an FRQ grade. It's going in the FRQ category. So for those of you that are looking to earn extra points or to improve your grade over the next 4 to 7, 6, I don't know how long we're going to be out of school, forever, grade, this would be a good way to do it. So take your FRQ seriously. They cannot hurt you. They can only help you. Your 4-level analysis is going to go in as a formative. So you might have noticed that that's already in the grade book from last week. There's nothing to turn in or do for Tuesday, and this is probably going to be pretty typical because I'm never going to collect those grand review questions. They're just review for you. And then typically there might be an extension. So like there might be like, oh, watch this video on this skill that I think might be good or whatever. But if there is, then it will just be a completion grade. And then the Google form every Monday will be a completion grade too. It won't even go in the grade book. I'm just keeping track of it on a spreadsheet because I need to make sure that you guys are engaging with the things that I'm asking you to. Last week was super awesome. You guys did such a good job. I was totally impressed. I hope that you keep it up. I know that asking you to do this for 5 weeks is going to be a lot, but please, please just keep it up. Okay, now I forgot to link it, but I made a video right before this video. And one thing that I want you to do, and notice how like I didn't assign any time. I said suggested time might be good here. But I think we need to make sure that we understand the skills, and I think I want to make sure to review the task verbs. So like not so much identify and define; those are easy, but compare, explain, and describe. We need more practice with, I think. So at some point this week, I need you guys to watch the skills video. I don't care when you do it; it's totally up to you. Choose to do it on a light day where you don't have a ton of work for maybe this class or other classes. Just watch it. Questions, please write down and bring to one of our Zoom meetings. Okay, last thing that I want to mention that's a little bit different this week. So starting next week, every Monday will be me talking about the FRQ and how you can improve your FRQ rating. So because we didn't have an FRQ last Thursday, I'm just going to I'm going to use this Zoom meeting to go over any questions that you might have over the grand review. So if you have questions, cool, come. If you don't come. If you just want to like watch us talk, come. Either way, we'd love to see your face. Um, and then of course, 9:30 to 10:30, this is going to be the actual concept review. Updated are all of the things related to Unit 2 down here. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, you guys have a good week.